This year is Embrace Eternity.
Hot nuggety dog.
I'm Cass.
And I'm Becca.
Tell us what this show is about, Becca.
It's about video games.
Becca, why don't you say what's happening here? Because I need to be doing my thing.
So after 17 years, Aaron Flynn is leaving Bioware, and Casey Hudson is returning to Bioware. Casey Hudson is wasn't he one of the founders of
I think he's
I know he worked really hard on
he's
Mass
definitely
Effect.
a founder. The thing is that first when you told me this literally 2 minutes ago, I was like, I like Aaron Flynn. I like him as much as you can because he's actually tweeted at me and he seems like a nice guy, and it sucks. But if he's
I'm sad that he's leaving.
But here's the thing. The other end of it is I experienced Andromeda. And if he's just no longer whatever, if he's not working for the team or they're not working for him, then I understand, and I hope that he goes on to other things. I have nothing against him, but I'm in shock. I am in shock. I'm excited. And I know that I don't know much about Casey as a person. I don't think he's the one in interviews who was saying weird stuff. I can't remember. What's your experience when he was on the team and how he talked in interviews about the game?
Mostly positive, but at the same time, I think he was heavily involved with the endings. So...
really?
Yeah.
Is he the one they said? No, he's not the writer who went in a room, or is he?
I'm not sure.
Also, that would kind of make it more compelling to me, though, because that's clearly an ending you write when you're on the brink of a breakdown.
True.
You're
so
oh
true.
my God, it doesn't even matter that none of this makes sense. Where's Anderson? All this, whatever. It's just, I'll never be over that. But I like the idea that somebody who, before it became something I didn't like, obviously 3 was still good. It's just that the ending blew. Everything else about it was great. I had no other
everything
complaints.
else about ME3
it's just
is amazing.
the ending, and I can't it's hard. Endings are hard.
They are, especially when you've built up such a
and he probably didn't want to end it.
Thing.
To be real, I wouldn't want to end it. I kind of wish that they had not ended it. I wish they would have been well, there's going to be stuff happening after. I don't know. I don't think it had to end. That's all I'm saying. We could have gone on in that galaxy, is what I mean.
I agree. I feel like we could have seen the cleanup efforts. They could have even gone fast forward 20 years, and we see people, the fallout of the the what are they called? Holy shit!
Fallout of
the
fallout of what?
The fallout of stuff not working or stuff being destroyed.
I want to read his thing, and since I'm reading it, I figured I'd read it out loud. It's Aaron Flynn wrote something on the Bioware blog, and it's called "Thank You for Everything," published July 18th, 2017, which is as we're recording this. It says, after 17 years with Bioware, today I announced that I'll be leaving the studio at the end of July, and that Casey Hudson is returning to Edmonton to take on the role of general manager for Bioware. I joined Bioware in Edmonton right out of university. I was privileged to get a chance to join a group of people working on the coolest, most creative things I could imagine. Growing up at Bioware, the events in my life are intimately intertwined with events at the studio. I got married just after we finished Neverwinter Nights. He's been there a long time. My first son was born while we were wrapping up Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, while my second son was born right after Jade Empire. From my first day until now, I have learned much, met great colleagues and friends, and got the chance to help give players some truly incredible experiences. Every time I think I've found a favorite game-making experience, we start something new and somehow find fun and satisfaction in the new challenges. I've been contemplating changes in my own life for some time, but when I heard that Casey had confirmed he was up for the task, I realized the opportunities before us. Me too. Uh-oh. I don't know are you excited? Before I go on, is this something you were excited about or
I mean, I'm excited in the sense that I feel like they're bringing him on and he's the cleanup crew.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's not always a bad thing. Like getting somebody.
No, it's not.
I think they need help, and I'm glad that this actually
agree.
shows me more so than being like, here's DLC, here's more fixes for a game that you don't like as much as you probably should. Like I'm okay. This to me speaks more than any like sequel or anything could, because it says to me that they understand there's a problem. And something wasn't working. It's not the same. Maybe it wasn't Aaron Flynn. In fact, obviously it's never going to be one person, but I think the fact that they're changing. Oh my gosh, sorry, I was reading a text. I think the fact that they're making this big change, regardless of how many more need to be taken, how many more steps, says something awesome. And I have respect for Bioware because, I mean, I hope it was his choice. I hope that he wasn't booted, but like, I don't know. I'm glad they're acknowledging on such a level, whether or not they ever say it, like, yeah, we know that there's problems. But this says to me, we know that there's problems in the least like upfront way they could, but still, it's pretty awesome. And I mean, like I said, I'm going to have to probably do some looking into Casey and I think I've watched him in some stuff, like, you know, the introductions or like trailers for the games themselves, you know, the behind the scenes crap, but I don't have much experience with him. But okay, let me see where we were. He likes to write. He's a good writer. I will be working with him over the next couple weeks to help catch him up and do my part to set him up for success to be the best GM he can be. In closing, let me thank our players for everything they've given us over these many years, and to say, from the bottom of my heart, how important you are to me and the rest of Bioware. I have gone to work... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I hope... Like, I just want him to be happy and
me
go
too.
Have good luck in his future ventures.
The thing is, like, I remember the big thing that I tweeted him about is when they promised that we would have a launch trailer, or like the whatever that big trailer before release, or, you know, one of the big trailers was Sarah, and we never got it. And so after that, I sent him a thing, and I was like, you know, I thought we were going to get a Sailor trailer that, and he responded and was like, we are. And right after they posted it, he sent me a thing being like, here it is. And he was so sweet. And like, I mean, he just doesn't have enough control. Nobody's going to. It's more than one person.
No. Definitely, of course.
But if somebody else can somehow
wrangle this beast,
wrangle better,
you know?
Maybe it would be too much for me. I'm too sensitive for this. I'm too sensitive for this life.
Yeah, after Andromeda came out, if I'd been the general manager, you'd have found me like
stressed.
Alone in a bathroom,
yeah, he's
crying.
Probably having as hard of a time, or maybe even worse than like Casey did after the ending, because it wasn't just the ending, it was like, you know, it was most things. Where was I?
And people were so mad about the ending. I mean, I was mad about the ending.
But you weren't going to kill him. Like, that's an important distinction.
I was just like, well, disappointed, and that's why I didn't touch it for a really long time. But, you know, I wasn't like, damn him. It's specifically his fault. It's like, no, it's just they got overwhelmed. They didn't know how to end it or wrap it up, which, to be fair, would be hard. I mean, it'd be hard to come up with an ending for that. But I don't know. I just, I'm glad. I think that he's gonna come in, and I'm hoping.
I'm curious. Does he have a Twitter? I don't think so. After everything, I'm not sure, but I just hope he refocuses.
Me too,
yeah. Maybe less Twitter, actually, because after everything we experienced with the whole tweeting at people and like teasing people, I'm kind of over that. But it's almost done. Hold on. I read that one. I have gone to work every day knowing that I am fortunate to have all the opportunities I have had at Bioware because of you. Doing whatever I could to help our developers create some of the best games in the industry for you all has been the most humbling experience of my life. Now, I'll be playing Bioware games in the future from an exciting new perspective. Yours. Smiley blush face, Aaron. It is. Oh, shit. My pen!
No!
I only have 2 pens and it almost went down the vent. Literally only have 2 pens because I haven't bought pens in 10 years. And all of them just run out of ink. If you want to get me something, get me pens, fans. Our imaginary fans. I need pens.
Well, I don't want to spoil it, but you've got some coming for your birthday.
I got pens? That's exciting.
Yeah, they're really good.
You know what? I
Just
love
wait.
pens. I love pens so much because I use them a lot. Anyway, I'm very practical about that. I'll be like, can I just have pens? Can I have fluffy socks? I honestly just want pens. Yeah, I was going to do... Oh God, I have my laptop in front of my PC, so I just go to my keyboard on my PC for my laptop, and I'm like, dun, 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 dun. This is working.
I'm so surprised that you responded so fast because we'd been like sort of on and off talking about the Animal Crossing cards and stuff.
I've been doing
and then
trades
I
all
typed
morning.
that, and like literally the second it hit the screen, I feel like you responded.
Well, I just
like,
finished. I had to mail all my
whoa.
crap. I had 12 envelopes to mail and people to deal with, and I was just busy. Guys, I won't get into it, but I've been trading cards. Listen, it's not Pokemon. That's all I'm going to say.
She's wheeling and
dealing. The story of Casey Hudson. This was from 2016. I don't think anybody can hear it but me, so maybe I'll... Oh my God, is this a joke? It's one of those horrible... Oh, you should watch this if it's not a joke. Okay. We should watch this together. It's not going to be amusing for the audience, but like, do I care? This is not even technically a mini-sode. It's just like, hey, we found something out and we're going to talk about it for a hot minute. I'm going to send it to you and I'll start it again when you want, because I think it's, oops, I'm hitting the wrong keyboard again, because I think it's not a joke. It's being like talking about how the game got started in Casey Hudson and the game. So it's 7 minutes, but like we can refer to people to it or cut it out. I don't care. We'll be like, that was interesting. See the link. It's only been viewed 5,000 times, but it was the top result. Okay. It's strange.
That's all.
Strange life. Man. Me too. He vomited blood?
He burnt his tongue on his soup.
That looked like blood.
AKA he vomited blood.
That looked like a lot of blood. He should be dead.
It did look like a lot of
Episode 6,
blood,
Dinosaurs
honestly.
with Laser Guns. This is story time. Who knows? This could be all a
Video
joke.
game story time. I mean, honestly, I love Casey Hudson just because he did this. So, honestly, like him coming back, I just...
Yeah, I think he is the one who like primarily came up with it. That's blood. Oh no. They're going to risk it all for Mass Effect.
Worth it.
They risk it all.
Worth it.
Up until a bit ago, it was worth it. Maybe in the future. Oh. I like how they're all children.
Yeah, they do all look like children.
I mean, they're babies.
I'm hoping that people are watching this video. Are we going to like supply a link?
Yeah, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to give the link and I'm going to cut it up so it'll be...
Okay. Garrus! Liara! Tally!
Oh, no!
Babies!
Tally! What if it had been called Space Times?
I probably still would have watched it.
I mean, I like it.
Not watched it, played it. Mm-hmm.
Rainbow. It's very gay. Very gay program. Game. They called it Rainbow? Oh shit.
Really? That's awesome.
They were going to call it Rainbow? What a fucking opportunity that they missed. Guns and rainbows? I like Rainbow. Let's play Rainbow, guys.
I would have been into Rainbow Effect too.
Rainbow Effect! Oh my god, that should have been our podcast name.
Is it too late?
I guess.
Damn it.
Maybe someday. We'll reboot.
I'm Becca
Different
2.0.
names.
This is
Becca 2.0, Cass 2.3. Am I supposed to be sobbing? It's very touching emotionally.
It is very touching.
Okay. Well, later on, I think I'll watch the I think this came with the game, this documentary that I saw linked. Yeah, that's him. Sorry, I'm just watching interviews now. We can talk. I don't know. It's so freaking charming. I miss it. I miss Seth and seeing him talk about the games. You know, I miss a lot. It always felt kind of strange and dramatic to see the interviews with these new people.
Well, yeah, and I remember when he left, I remember being like, what? You're leaving your baby?
Casey,
You're just leaving it in someone else's hands?
I know, that's crazy. He looks like Templeton, and I like that. I'm a big fan of that character, you know, from Charlotte's Web.
Mm-hmm.
So he looks like.
Yeah, he does. He does. Oh, man, that's
and it's not
weird.
a bad thing, because when you say people kind of look like a rat, like, maybe you could be offended, but I like rats, okay? And he's obviously probably very British, because I think that's who tends to have that sort of look. Anyway. I don't know where this was from. Maybe 3. I know that Aaron was super busy, though. That's hard. Managing all that stuff has to be so hard.
Well, that, and apparently they were on like a skeleton crew. So
yeah, and like they said, he was on Anthem. Really, like, I mean, obviously he was on a lot of stuff, but I don't know. Is there anything else you read that we haven't talked about or that I don't know? I could do some more Googling. Because I said, I haven't read anything other than the statement and Polygon? Who should I read? I don't know who to read. PC Gamer, maybe? I'm on the
Tweeter.
Welcome back. Oh, he does have Mike Laidlaw welcomed him back. Mike Laidlaw is, I believe, in the same position. No. Hold on a minute. Mike Laidlaw is the creative director of Dragon Age? Yeah. Not the, general. Let's see what his Twitter is. Has he said anything? Yeah, he said excited to be back, leading the studio as general manager. Amazing things in development here. I mean, his picture is so funny. Oh my God. Do you see that?
Wait, what?
His picture on his Twitter, Casey Hudson. It's Casey D. Hudson. That's his handle. Hudson, he said in his own message that his years away from Bioware has been transformative for me, for having time to reflect on what I most want to do, to working with new technologies at platform scale. I'd also like to wish my good friend Aaron Flynn the very best in the future. Aaron and I have always worked together from the earliest days of Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic, to setting the foundation for Anthem. We've been through a lot, because I think if I'm correct, when did Casey leave? Not that long ago. Really? I'm talking in my head now, but I don't remember when he left.
I feel like it was 2015.
It wasn't that long ago.
Maybe 2016.
Yeah, because I feel like he left. If he worked on Anthem, it couldn't have been that long ago. We've been through a lot together, and we're always going to miss his presence at the studio. His credits include Baldur's Gate 2, Neverwinter Nights, KOTOR, Mass Effect is his big one. He took over as Bioware GM in 2009, right around the release of Dragon Age Origins.
It's always weird to me that Dragon Age Origins came out after Mass Effect, because
I remember
it doesn't look better than Mass Effect, but it should. But
here's the thing: there's so much more to that game, though. I mean, maybe
That's
isn't.
True.
I think it is. The way I play it, I feel like it is.
I just meant graphically. Not
I know, but I mean, I'm saying
content.
It would have taken them so much longer on Origins to do that. I think they had to have started way earlier.
True.
Because they said he didn't have, felt like he had enough time, which everybody says in that little thing we watched. So I feel like they didn't have as much of a development cycle. I think it took them a long time to build Origins. So I'm just going to say that that's the reason why, because it just took so long, and they were already, and they had so much to do. Anyway, let's see. I don't know. I'm kind of curious what's going on at the old BioWare fan forum they've made. I'm just kind of curious what's up. Although, frankly, every time I go there, I kind of feel vomitous, but I have a message. Who would send me a message? These are the questions I ask myself. Who is this? hold on. If you're interested. Yeah, LGBT, because thanks. Was I given this because I'm clearly gay? What's going on? That was weird. Got some sort of... I don't know what this means. Okay. General discussion. Let's see what the friends think. Oh boy. I'll check the Twitter thread first because somebody from some of his tweets, he might be looking for opportunities elsewhere. Just noticed it's been 3 years already since Casey left. So it's been 3 years since he left. The trial's still going up for anybody who wants to try Mass Effect Andromeda. Yeah, I agree. People are like, Aaron is a good guy. And I agree. From what I know about him, that's true. You can still like people and understand that maybe they're not the right person for the time.
Yep.
So. Da 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 da. It's not even Mass Effect-y. Oh, interesting. I don't remember who that person is, but he looks quite familiar. Coming Home by Casey Hudson. It's on Bioware somewhere. It says, almost 20 years ago, I decided to apply for a job as a technical artist at a local video game company in Edmonton. Young and fresh out of university. Oh wait, isn't this Aaron's thing? Or that just sounds the same? In freshman university, I'm not sure what I expected it to lead to, but it was the beginning of a career full of experiences and shared accomplishments I never could have dreamed of. So when I left Bioware 3 years ago, it was the most difficult decision of my career. I needed some time off, needed a bit of change, and wanted to get involved in the new wave of disruptive technologies that were emerging. The last few years have been transformative for me. From having time to reflect on what I most want to do to working with new technologies. We already read this in another article, and now I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to return to lead Bioware, a studio that I think of as home. Yeah, I think we read this. Whatever. Listen, guys, it happened. Profoundly talented people, blah, blah, blah. If I read it twice, what can I say? Yeah, Aaron was great. He had some great moments and stuff, and I definitely think, listening to him talk, and if we're talking about what I know of his personality, I think I prefer Flynn. He was funny. He was a funny guy, and he seemed really great to the fans, and we're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss him. Mike Gamble.
I prefer talking to him over you know who.
Mike Gamble, he's the one that I'm looking at the tweet now. Guys, I can officially say it. I had some difficulties with the way that Michael Gamble on Twitter was behaving around the time of release towards fans, slightly towards me. And I was so pissed off. And so I don't like Michael Gamble. That's right. Call out. But he said, I'm looking forward to once again working with my mentor and pal, Casey Hudson. That's not a great sign, but remember that sometimes assholes can do good, but mostly they do a lot of bad. But Mass Effect is his child after all. Cool. He birthed it out of his video game vagina.
Everyone has one.
We'll see what happens. Thanks to everyone for 17 years, says Aaron. Yeah, I don't want to see anything else of what people say. But we'll be my hope is that before the end of the year we have some sort of update on what is the future, officially, from not just leaks and sources. And I want a blog post, I want an interview, I want a what do you call it? When they're at an event, I want them to do something, I would love a stream. I'd love a video where they sit down and talk, I'd love that. Maybe with Casey and everybody. I just want to hear about the future of Mass Effect. And I want it to happen before the end of the year. That's what I want.
This makes me feel better about Mass Effect because
it means that they're realizing that it's going to probably go on, but it has to change.
Yeah, because I was really worried that like that's it's over. We're gonna put it on ice until everybody forgets about Andromeda in like 10 years, and
I think this is their way of saying no. We're not gonna probably not do that, because why else bring him back?
Yeah,
not that he can't work on other projects, but I very much think that this is a move to make if you still want to do something with Mass Effect, which they do because it was the most successful. So
part of me hopes that they were like, we're thinking of putting it on ice unless you want to come back. And maybe he was like, yes, I would prefer to come back than for you to murder my baby. If it's his baby,
yes. Don't murder your child. Don't murder my child, guys.
Don't
please.
Murder my child.
He has a website. Let's click his website. I'm clicking that website. I'm curious. What does it go to? Copyright. There's nothing there. And just gives a sponsored link and gives a privacy policy. It's just his domain. Cool. That was wonderful. I don't know. I'm still shocked. I'm going to need some tea. I'm going to need to calm down a minute. Thank you for telling me, though, because like I was just not looking at anything today. And usually I get emails from like comicbook.com when big things happen anywhere, video games, TV, but deaths. That's what I get them mostly for. I get death notifications from comicbook.com. I don't set it to that, but they send me like,
no.
So I'll get things from movies, but I'll also get it sometimes like blah, blah, blah died. And you're like, oh, great. I needed that right now. Thank you. But I'm going to definitely watch some more of his stuff, and we'll be on the lookout. And we had been struggling, as you guys know, and actually some other podcasts one other podcast that I have listened to was struggling after Andromeda because they had been talking about it so much, and it was their like whole thing, and it was our whole thing for a bit too. So we were like, what do we do? Do we rebrand? What do we do? It's been stressing me out.
Broken pieces of our podcast.
Yep. The broken pieces of our podcasts and our podcast heart.
Yep. But now I feel better because it's like, I mean, I'm fine with just talking about video games, which includes, Mass Effect and stuff.
I'm great with that, but we kind of had been talking about maybe spacing ourselves from Bioware only because the depressing bits of it,
too hard, too rough,
too sensitive. It just feels bad. Oh, he has a new tweet.
Too many tears.
Oh, he tweeted Aaron's article. Aw. Aaron is looking at this. He looks like a little teddy bear. He looks sad. Do you think this is a new photo they made him post for? Can you imagine being like, all right, you're leaving. Here's your goodbye photo. He's wearing like a silvery blue shirt. A nice I'm leaving look.
I'm out.
I'm gone. When I'm leaving, I'm wearing like a backwards baseball cap. It's gonna be pink and like polka dot. Anyway, I think that's all. We just kind of wanted to explore this news with people who went through the journey of up to Andromeda with us and are huge Bioware fans because it's crazy.
I mean, it's news, which I didn't think we were going to hear any news for the next 5 years. So
yeah, that's why I was shocked. I was shook.
I'm shook.
I've never said that in my life, but I was shooketh.
Me either.
There's a first time for everything.
Yup.
First time. Watch that later. Well, friends, we will have a link to that little video we watched. Maybe watch some stuff of his if you're like me and you're not totally familiar with him when he was in charge, because I didn't play the games until, I technically played the game ME3 after it came out shortly, but not fully. Like, I got lost 5 minutes in. So yeah, I haven't seen much of him, but I'm gonna, and we will let you know.
From what I remember, I liked him, so
yeah. I don't remember too many bad things that I don't remember any bad things, honestly, but I'm sure they exist because
no one's perfect.
Yeah. That'll do it for us here. Yeah, so Casey Hudson is back. Which is like a big deal because, Aaron Flynn was there and he had a large role, and I don't know how that shit works totally. But I do know that it means some change. And Becca, anything else you want to say about this?
No, just fingers crossed this means we're going to hear an announcement about the future of Mass Effect soon.
Yeah, like I said, before the winter.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all we got. But we're still covering it till the brutal end, till the baby has died. The baby, the Mass Effect baby. It's not a real baby, people. It won't die though.
Still hurts.
It won't die as long as it's within our podcast heart.
Yeah.
Or any of the hearts that you
Just
have.
got to keep it alive.
Yeah. I mean, even if it did end, it would still be a great thing that it happened until a certain point.
I'm going to force my children to play it. So,
oh no. God, they're going to hate aliens. They're going to be like, that's so stupid. My mom liked aliens. God. So 2017. 16, 2010? I don't know. It's around then.
You're going to play Mass Effect and you're going to like it.
They're probably going to enjoy like Call of Duty. I swear to God.
Oh, Jesus.
I swear to God.
It's like that bit from Patton Oswalt where he's talking about the future and he's like, what if I have a son and he like beats me up and he's like, he throws my Blade Runner gun up on the roof and he's like, do a push-up and I'll go get it down.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, son, why you gotta be so mean to your dad? I feel like that's gonna be me.
I love Patton. He's great. Oh my gosh. All right, well, I'm all sweaty. I get excited and I start sweating. It's beautiful.
Anyways.
Behind the podcast, though, that happens to me every time we record. I get like weirdly sweaty.
Oh, wow.
Maybe it's because I'm in my office. I don't think the air's on and it's stagnant. So
that might have something to do with it.
A problem. I'm fanning myself.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about summer is if you don't wear a bra or the proper bra, like you get sweaty under your boobs.
Oh,
boob sweat.
Boob sweat.
Ugh. It's a boob sweat. Boob sweat. That's probably a song. I bet you there's a song that exists about boob sweat.
I hope so.
And I know for a fact there's things people invented to prevent boob sweat. It is a big issue.
What?
Yeah, there's like things you can put under there. But like, God, it's so hot. Anyway.
Well, I'm plugging that. Whatever it is.
The thing to help boob sweat.
I support it.
I guess I'm plugging the future of Bioware.
I can get behind that too.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I just want to be positive in my life, and it's been really hard lately. It's been so hard, Bioware. You've been killing me. All right, that'll do it for us. You can find me on Twitter at Elven Tempest, on YouTube at Elven Tempest. We have a Patreon if you want to contribute to make our time worth it. If you don't, you can't. Whatever, it's cool. It's still there. You can tell your friends. You can leave us a review on iTunes. Usually we say this in episodes where we actually do stuff, but whatever.
Who cares?
And we're on I said we were on YouTube. Whatever. We're places. And Becca's places that she'll tell you about.
You can find me on Twitter at Glitterfang Art. You can buy a shepherd pen on my Etsy, which is beccabluebonnet.etsy.com, I think. And you can find my artwork on glitterfang.tumblr.com. You
can. And I'll have those links that I will get on there. And that's all for now. Anything else?
Bye.
Yeah, okay, bye. Never mind. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.